Hello, entrepreneur women. I hope you are all doing well today. In the subject I wanted to share with you is today the symptoms of an entrepreneur woman when she starts to feel in disbalance. So I'm gonna give you a couple few indication where you should have a look and think about for yourself and see if this is resonating with you, and maybe that would also help you maybe to take some action based on what I'm gonna say. So sometimes when we are in the run and in the go of our everyday life, we just start to live our life and becoming more like how I would say, in this automatic mode where we don't even realize anymore, we are not even capable anymore to realize if we are in disbalance or not, and we can just keep going and going like that until a disease is starting to develop, and it's when we really react at that stage. So in this video, I wanted to share you the symptoms, the signs that could be the beginning of a disbalance, of course, and where you need to be very careful when you go in your life and your business, and just to have a very conscious awareness of where you are at in all of this stage. So that will help you also, and also save you a lot of time, and also to avoid maybe to get into the disease. So very important. The first one I would say is when you start to lack of focusing and you start to go in different projects, you do so many things in the same time and you don't seem to finish them. And so in that case, when you start to feel like your head is in different projects and you are not finishing them, those are already symptoms that is creating, like, to show you that okay, you can't seem to be really finishing one thing in a time. And so that is something that you can watch and observe if it's you or not. And also when you are lacking of focusing, it can create a lot of tension, so in your body. So just bear in mind that, and pay attention to that to see if you are really focusing and you are satisfied with the completion of your project, or do you feel like you let it spread for days or weeks, and you don't seem to finish anything. So that could be the first symptoms to look at. The second one is your reaction towards the situation at work or in your personal life, and whether you react being angry or irritated, short-tempered, and they just to let you know that don't be too hard also with yourself, because it happens to everyone at one point. So just be kind to yourself, but just pay attention where you are at today and see if you are in that mode right now where you see yourself reacting in situation instead of dealing with it in a different manners. So that's very important also, because when we get irritated, angry fast to a situation, that could be also another symptoms that also is can create in a long term some disease also. So just really pay attention and see how you are, and if everything that you react is always like that, and sometimes your colleagues also can say, is everything is okay, or asking you the question. So just have a think of that and see if there is something that is really bothering you or not. So that could be the second symptoms to look at. Then there is a third one, is I would say that one is an important one, is when we have in the morning, this tendency where it's very complicated to wake up, and we have you don't want to, you don't see motivate, you don't seem to be motivated, you don't know how your date's gonna be, and with no really purpose, no goals or no objectives. and you feel a bit like, you know, another day where you don't feel like doing anything, or not feeling energized and feeling really tired, this is another symptoms where it could be a symptoms of disbalance, where you are at today. So when you are in that stage, of course, you know, just be aware, and maybe that also is a good sign also, to take an action, to do something about it and not staying that way. So those three symptoms that I just described to you, you know, to help you to identify where you are at this stage between your personal life and your professional life. It's important to take the temperature and to see where you are. So, you know, if it's none of them, that's fantastic. So, but if it's one of them, maybe you want to look at it, how often it's recurring, or is it only once per week, or it's happening more often than you have noticed, and you don't seem to recognize yourself, like, oh, I used to be that way, but you know, I know I'm not used to be that way. I used to deal better with situation. So when you hear your voice inside you and saying that, maybe it's something to consider, to, you know, to seek for some support, and uh, to see where you can just find little tuning to find again the balance. So if this video has you know, made sense to you, please subscribe to my channel, to the channel of Bioenergy. And also, if you are feeling at the moment in one of these stages of your life, feel free also to contact me via my website, www.bioenergy.com. Send me a message, and you know, I will be happy to answer to any of your questions. So meanwhile, I wish you a wonderful day, and be your energy. Bye for now.